You guys ready for some carrot harvesting? Today's the day. First round, this whole section back here. I'm gonna pull it this morning. I can't wait. It is a very damp, slightly chilly morning actually. It was, I think 64 when I came out to do chores this morning. And I planted these carrots. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Gosh, I just love it. Bigger than my hand. I planted these carrots at the beginning of April or last weekend of March. I can't remember exactly. I always tell people you're gonna get baby carrots and you're gonna get big carrots and you're gonna get gnarly carrots, and that's why you plant a bunch. Uh-oh, that one broke off. Whoops. Guess I need to be more careful. Oh, nice. So beautiful. I've been so fortunate because I know so many people struggle with growing carrots, and it's just something that grows so well for me. I do this every single season. I want to show you every single carrot just because I love them. Oh, so happy. But I do struggle, fair enough, to grow beets, oddly. You would think if you can grow carrots, you could grow beets, but everyone has their challenges, right? Oh, wow. That's huge. Nice. Another one broke. Wow. Happy day. Oops. I don't think he got thinned properly. I don't really plant carrots with the intent on thinning them. I try to direct sow with just enough spacing, about 2-inch spacing, so that you can see right here, really good example of, hopefully you can see that, of 2-inch spacing. So I can get good, nice sized carrots with a high intensity planting. Oops. This is what happens when one gets too dry and then a lot of moisture and it grows really fast. A carrot can split like this. So well, I've finished off probably a 2-foot by 3-foot section, and this nice little harvest basket is about halfway full. So I still have, oh gosh, this is a 22-foot row, so another 20 feet to go. And I wish you guys were here with me so you could ask me questions and I would know what questions you have. Like, that's amazing, just an absolutely beautiful carrot. I knew what questions to answer while I do this. So I guess I get questions on feeding maybe. Ugh, gonna get you out, they're always so big. But let me back up and let me just tell you, geez, it's so nice, that this is my first year. It was actually, hold on, let me wait till the tractor passes. man. Okay, so this was I took a risk this year. Last year for my fall crop, about this time in July, I planted carrots in my Ruth Stout garden bed as an experiment to say, I know I could have good sandy soil, so I wasn't too concerned about them not having the freedom to grow, but I wanted to experiment, and I tried growing in my in-ground beds my carrots for that fall crop. And I was so pleasantly surprised come harvest time how well they did, because I've only ever grown them in the past in my raised beds. And so with that small amount of success, I took a risk, and carrots, one of my absolute I must grow crops, successfully. I took a chance and said, can I grow them, my main crop, this for my spring season this year, in my Ruth Stout bed, which isn't really Ruth Stout right here. It's more of a deep no-till bed. It has been Ruth Stout in the past. I'm just rambling now. Anyway, so I planted them, and I'm obviously having grand success. So that makes me happy. It's a little bit more freeing for me to be able to use my raised beds like for new things like the greenhouse row cover things, and just have more freedom of where I can plant things in my garden. So, okay, that's one, like planting. So I have done raised beds very, very successfully. I've done the Ruth Stout bed last fall successfully, and now in this deep no-till garden bed. I plant them every 2 inches, single space seeding. I try, which if you ever planted carrots, you know that's really tricky and hard to do. But I do my best to try to make sure I get a single seed. And I know a lot of people choose to just scatter and thin, you know, and to me, I don't have that time. I don't have time. I want to try to do things once. I don't want to have to go through and thin. I just don't have that time. And just so beautiful. This is another really good indication that they are done. So see these fine hair roots? You wouldn't want that to be too much. You know, this is probably a week too long to harvest these. That's normal, but if they get really thick, like these fine hair roots were to get really thick and gnarly, you're letting your carrots go too long. And I think when I first started gardening, I pulled my carrots way too soon. And what I mean by that was I pulled my carrots at that 50-day, 70-day, whatever the seed packet says. And I have learned over time, my carrots need a full, let's see, April, May, June, full 3 months, a full 90 days to grow to maturity here in my growing zone. I'm in Southeast Michigan. Our growing zone is zone 6B, 6A, 6A maybe. Yeah, last frost date is April 28th. First frost date is around October 10th to October 15th. So that might give you some comparison on based on where you are. And what else? Oh, feeding. So I fed these carrots. Well, first I amended the soil with good bone meal, compost, azomite, and wood ash before I planted them. And I will just bring up the soil so you can see it's very, very loose soil. There is some wood chips in here, so let me bring it up close. You can see like all the organic matter that's in there from just the compost and every fall I amend this bed with grass clippings and leaves. In the summer or early spring, it will get some barn clean out added to it. And then before I planted, or at planting, I gave them a good dose of Good Earth BioLive, which is just a generic all-purpose fertilizer. And then twice during growing season, I gave them diluted fish fertilizer. So that gives you an idea of just kind of how my garden beds are prepped. I try not to walk on these garden beds. If they do get carrots, like I said, need really loose soil. So if I feel like that it's gotten too compacted, I might go through with a light broad forking just to aerate the soil a little bit before I plant my carrots. But as you can see, they're not having any hard time growing freely, which I'm just blessed with good sandy, well-draining soil here. I know it doesn't look sandy here, but this is all added material on top of the native soil. Wow, I'm just so loving it. Carrots are one of my most absolute favorite things to harvest, next to sweet potatoes. And then we have a big canning processing day ahead of us. I am not a fast processor. You would think I would have systems down by now that helped me process things a little bit quicker, but I am the slowest washer, the slowest cutter. So I just sit down, take my time, and enjoy the reward. And just so thankful. You know, I mean, as a Christian, I know I didn't do this. I know I put in the work, I planted the seeds, and then it's really up to God whether or not the harvest is going to yield itself. And I can do my best to tend my garden well and take care of things, manage pests, do the weeding, but I can't do this. I can't make a carrot. Only God can do that. So I give him all the glory, and I'm just so thankful that he continues to bless my work. So there's only so much carrot pulling you guys can watch. Let me finish this up, and then I'll at least show you what the end result is. And this is only one of 2 beds I have planted, but the other one's not quite ready yet. I planted that a few weeks later, so we'll let it go a little bit longer. I just have to stop and say that I have never had, I would say 90% are like this. Normally I get about 50% that I call my canning carrots, and then the rest of the 50% are either baby snack size or what I call roasting carrots, the short, stubby, fatty ones. And 90% of these Haas, I believe they were called Bolero carrots, are tremendous. I will definitely put words here on the screen to tell you exactly what this carrot variety was, but I'm just floored how great these are. Alrighty, that is it. The entire row of carrots has been harvested. So we're gonna carry this last basket over to the harvest cart and take a peek at what we got. Well, I'm, as always, so abundantly blessed and so pleased with the harvest. I have a ton of work cut out in front of me. I'm hoping for, let's hope for 15 quarts out of this. Let's hope. See how far we can go. Because I've never had this many like full-size carrots out of a single harvest before. So I think it's gonna go a whole lot farther than it normally does. I still have the entire row of carrots in between my tomatoes growing, probably 3 more weeks. We'll harvest those closer to the end of July. Oh, but I'm a filthy mess. I need to go get cleaned up. If you have any other questions about growing, harvesting carrots, let me know. I'll tell you what I'll do for you guys is I'll go ahead and create a carrot growing playlist, because honestly, it's the one thing I grow successfully year after year after year. So, not saying it's the only way, but it's a guaranteed way in my conditions, my environment. And if you happen to find yourself in the similar growing area, growing conditions, maybe some of those videos will help you. I'm probably not gonna bring a carrot canning video to you guys this year. I just have so much new content to bring you, and I've already done that before. So I'll link that video from last season at the end of this video in case you're interested in canning carrots. All right, thanks everyone, and have a wonderful time in your garden, growing, preserving, harvesting, all the fun things, even weeding. Let it be fun. We have this wonderful, beautiful freedom to grow our own food, and it's just a glorious thing. Talk to you guys later. Okay, let's get you out of here. I'm gonna need to turn around.